Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Learn English with Mary and Sam. I'm Mary.
And I'm Sam. We're so happy to have you with us today. In today's episode, we're going to talk about one of the most important things in any language, introducing yourself and others. We all do it when we meet someone new, right?
Exactly, Sam. Whether you're at a party, starting a new job, or meeting a friend's friend, knowing how to introduce yourself and others is super important. And let's be honest, it can be a little awkward sometimes, especially if you're speaking a language you're still learning.
Oh yes, we've all been there. So today, we're going to give you some useful phrases and tips to help you feel more confident when introducing yourself or someone else.
Plus, we'll explain the difference between formal and informal introductions, which is really important in English-speaking cultures. Ready to get started?
Let's do it.
All right, let's start with the basics. Introducing yourself. This is something you'll do every day. When meeting someone for the first time, a simple and friendly introduction works best.
Exactly. Here's an example. You can say, "Hi, I'm Mary. Nice to meet you." Simple and polite, right?
Right, so let's break it down. Hi, I'm Mahdi is one of the easiest and most common ways to introduce yourself. It's direct, and everyone understands it.
Right. And after you say your name, it's nice to add, "Nice to meet you." It's polite and shows that you're happy to make the other person's acquaintance.
Exactly. Now let's practice. Sam, how about you introduce yourself to me?
Sure. Hi, I'm Sam. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Sam.
See how easy that was? It's really that simple. And don't forget to smile. That always makes introductions more friendly. Great job, everyone. Now, let's move on to introducing other people. This can be a little more complicated because you need to say something about the other person, too.
Right. For example, if I want to introduce you to someone, I might say, "This is Sam. He's a friend of mine." You don't just say, "This is Sam." That sounds kind of impersonal.
Exactly. Adding a little information helps the introduction feel warmer. So let's say I'm introducing you to someone. I'd say, "This is Mary, she's my coworker." It gives the other person a little background on who you are.
That's right. You can add anything that helps the person understand who the other person is. You could say something like, "This is my sister," "This is my boss," or even, "This is my classmate."
Exactly, Mary. So now, let's practice introducing someone else. I'll be introducing you to someone and you introduce me.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, I'd like you to meet Mary. She's my podcast partner.
Nice to meet you, Mary. I've heard a lot about you.
Nice to meet you too.
Turning to the audience. Great job, Sam. Now let's do it again together. I want you to practice introducing someone you know. Use a sentence like, "This is John, and he's my brother." Got it? Okay, now let's talk about formality. There's a big difference between formal and informal introductions. When you're meeting someone in a professional or serious setting, like a business meeting, you'll want to be more formal.
That's right. In a formal situation, you might say, "I'd like to introduce you to Eli." Or you could say, "This is Joel, they work with me." The phrase "I'd like to introduce you" is a bit more respectful.
Exactly. You'd use this in professional settings, or if you're meeting someone older or in a position of authority.
And in informal settings, like when you're meeting friends, it's okay to just say, "This is Alex," and you can add something like, "He's a friend. She's my classmate." It's more casual.
Right. So let's do an example. If we were in a formal setting, I might say, "I'd like to introduce you to Sam. He's a colleague." If it were informal, I might say, "This is Sam. He's my podcast partner." Same person, different context.
Now let's talk a bit about culture and mistakes to avoid when introducing yourself or others.
First, in many English-speaking cultures, It's important to make eye contact when introducing yourself. It shows that you're confident and respectful.
That's right. Another thing is shaking hands. In many cultures, it's common to shake hands when you meet someone for the first time. But if you're not sure, a polite smile and a greeting are always a safe choice.
Exactly. And a mistake that many learners make is not reciprocating the introduction. If someone says, "Nice to meet you," you should say, "Nice to meet you too." If you don't respond, it can come across as rude.
Right. So always remember to return the greeting and smile. It makes a big difference in how the conversation goes.
All right, let's review what we've learned today.
We've gone over how to introduce ourselves and others. You've learned simple phrases like, "Hi, I'm Sam, nice to meet you," and how to add a little context when introducing others.
We also talked about formal and informal introductions and how to adjust your language based on the situation. And of course, we covered some cultural tips to make your introductions smoother.
And don't forget, practice is key. The more you practice these phrases, the more natural they'll feel.
Thanks so much for watching today's episode. We hope you feel more confident about introducing yourself and others now.
Remember, the more you practice, the better you'll get. If you like this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Learn English with Mary and Sam.
And feel free to leave us a comment about your own experiences introducing yourself in English. We'd love to hear from you.
See you next time, everyone.
Goodbye.